What's up? Welcome to FSUBroncos.com Pigskin Press Talk. I'm Adrian Ferguson, here with head football coach Richard Hayes.
How you doing today?
Doing pretty good.
All right.
This past weekend, the Broncos traveled to Murfreesboro, North Carolina, and defeated the Hawks 40-38. Could you talk about that game?
Well, first, it was a great team win, offensively, defensively, and of course, special teams. All three phases of the football team contributed to the win. We knew it was going to be a tough battle going in. Bryce Witt is a great quarterback. Chawan does great things on offense, and I'm just glad we came away with the win.
Yeah, now they jumped up early, 14 points in the first quarter. We kind of responded back. What kind of got our wheels going?
Well, we started putting pressure on them. On that third drive, they went up. They completed 2 long balls on us in the first 2 drives, and we decided on defense that we couldn't just let him stand back there and throw the ball like that. So we decided to put a little pressure on them. Then the offense got going, and both sides of the ball kind of fed off each other, and we came up with a 24-point outburst in the second quarter. And I told the team if we could continue to play like that together, sky's the limit for us if we can show outbursts like that on offense and defense.
Yeah, so we went in with a slight edge at halftime, came back second half, battled back, had a tied score, 38-38. Getting into the final few minutes of the game, got that safety in the end zone. Who was that? Kuzar?
It was Jalen Kaiser and Keyshawn James. Same situation. We went into that last 2 minutes saying we had him backed up on the 1-yard line, and we were not going to let him sit back there and throw the ball. So we brought our pressure package in, and those guys did a great job of executing what we called, and we got the safety.
All right, and then the last play, well, defense showed up again. Alex Woods punched the ball out from the receiver who had caught the ball. Defense recovered.
Ball game.
Ball game.
They had one final shot at it. Again, Bryce Witt did a great job of completing that ball across the middle. They were right outside of their field goal range with a few seconds left on the clock, and Alex made a great play. That's something he does in practice. He poked the ball from behind, Jerome Bentley. We didn't know if we were going to be able to have him Saturday because of an injury, but he stepped up through the injury and ended up playing a lot of snaps for us. He caught the ball out of the air, took the knee, Broncos win.
Now, with the win, CLA reported today, 4 players made Conference Player of the Week.
Okay.
We had offensive lineman Tyreek Bailey.
Tyreek is the only senior on the offensive line. He's the anchor of the line. Does a great job daily, has a great work ethic, and really proud to have him.
You got a freshman center, Elijah O'Neal, Rookie of the Week.
Another kid that we didn't think would be playing. He had a high ankle sprain coming from the Wingate game. Once we decided we needed to put him in, he responded and said, "Coach, I can do it." He went in the game, finished the game for us, and Rookie of the Week.
Household name, Stevie Green, offensive back of the week, 202 yards rushing.
I think his work ethic speaks for itself. I mean, Stevie's going to be Stevie. He came into that week last week saying, "Coach, can I have at least 30 carries?" And I said, "No, we probably won't give you that many." But he ended up with 32. So when he asked for it, we're going to start giving it to him.
He actually scored back-to-back touchdowns, which gave us the halftime lead.
Right.
On the defensive side, Keyshawn James.
Big-time defensive ends. Made a lot of huge plays out there. Got held a few times, but we fought through that adversity. And then he ended up making a few sacks, the big-time game-winning safety. And we just continue to look for great things from Keyshawn.
Okay. Now we're going to move forward this weekend coming up. The Broncos are traveling to Durham, North Carolina, taking on the Bears of Shaw University. Shaw is currently 1-3 overall with their win over Mars Hill, 27-9. And they lost this past weekend in the conference match to Virginia State, 34-17. So kind of how do we match up with the Bears?
You can throw the records out the window when it comes to Shaw and Fayetteville State. During my tenure here at Fayetteville State, those games, the first year we won 7-6 in the Hurricane, and last year we went up 21-0 early. They came back and tied it up 21-21, and we ran the last 8 minutes of the ball game, the clock out in the ball game, and kicked the field goal to win it at the end. So we know they're going to play us tough. They really want to beat the Broncos, and we're going to have our best A game going down to Durham County Stadium. This will be their first home game, I believe. So they're going to be excited playing in front of their home crowd for the first time. And we're going to have to match their intensity in order to come out with a win.
All right. Now, the offense are starting to make strides now, you know, with the 502 yards of offense against Chowan. And the defense, they've been in, but they are standing strong too, especially holding out the game over Chowan. So talk about our progression as far as the offense and the defense.
Well, going into the game, we really didn't know what to expect because, again, we hadn't practiced in 2 weeks and we hadn't played in 3 weeks. So we really had a gray area there when it came to how we were going to respond and through all the adversity that we've dealt with throughout this season. So the offense, they got to clicking in the second quarter. And like I told them, like I said earlier, when the offense started clicking and the defense fed off it, and vice versa, I mean, if we can continue to play like that second quarter, it's going to be tough for teams to beat us. It really is.
Okay. So, Coach, thank you for joining us for Fayetteville State Pigskin Press Talk. And remember, you can follow us on social media using @FSU Broncos for Facebook and Twitter, and Instagram @FSU_Broncos. Remember, all our information is on our website, FSUBroncos.com.